The Federal Reserve is due to announce its policy decisions on Wednesday. The forward guidance to be unveiled by Jerome Powell at the press conference is sure to influence market sentiment. However, some other events also will be able to change dynamics of currency pairs. Let's discuss it in our regular video calendar on InstaForex TV channel. Tomorrow morning, investors will be able to judge the condition of Australia's labour market. The forecast is rather pessimistic. The unemployment rate is expected to rise to 7.7%. Besides, analysts warn of job losses in August. Such metrics are going to deal a blow to the Australian dollar. On the other hand, the Reserve Bank of Australia is expressing the optimistic stance and opts to refrain from further rate cuts. In this context, investors could neglect negative employment data. Importantly, the Fed's policy meeting could outline other events because the Fed's decision is likely to trigger sell-offs of the US dollar. To sum up, this puzzle will be solved in the Asian trade tomorrow. On Thursday, the market will get to know policy decisions by the Bank of Japan. Obviously, the regulator will put the setting of its monetary policy on hold. Investors are interested to find out how the central bank has adjusted its rhetoric for the domestic economic conditions amid the pandemic. Now, Japan's government is headed by a new prime minister. The central bank will hardly introduce dramatic changes, so traders will be alert to the press conference looking for clues. The regulator's decision to keep everything unchanged could weaken the Japanese yen. On the same day, the UK monetary authorities are also holding a policy meeting. The regulator is unlikely to come up with surprise decisions. Nevertheless, the Bank of England is likely to shed light on further changes in monetary policy or reversion of its forecasts. Any negative hint of a reference to uncertainty due to the pandemic or the unclear Brexit deal is going to knock down the British currency. On Friday, the US dollar could extend its growth against the yen. Japan is due to report on its consumer inflation. According to flash estimates, the CPI is expected to slow down to 0.1% in August from 0.3% in July. This will assure the authorities of extra fiscal stimulus measures. Besides, on Friday, traders will take notice of retail sales data from Canada. Following the boom of consumer activity in June, when retail sales jumped 23.7%, analysts expect modest 1% growth or even less in July. Apparently, this information will be of little importance to the market. You were watching Forex Trader Calendar on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Tikhina. We wish you profitable deals with InstaForex.